Alright, well, this is my fifth video on the post thoughts on the first round of the Super 6 tournament. I did a part 1 and part 2 for why Jermaine Taylor needs to be out of here, and if y'all want to check it out, subscribe to me and check it out. If not, hit the keys to find my video at least, and watch it, give me comments, let me know what you think about how I feel about it. This one in particular is on Dirrel and Froch, because I made it very plain and very clear and very overly biased. I wouldn't say completely biased, but it was overly biased in the regards that maybe I made it sound like Dirrel dominated the fight. I was messed up last night, as some people do, to watch sporting events. But boxing is really the only sport I really get into, and it's one of them rare occasions where I sat down with a pen and a pad of paper, and I tried to write down exactly, the punches landed, and then determine who was the cleaner puncher in the rounds. And I did that, and I still came out with a Dirrel decision. I watched this fight again today after getting all the comments, and on a side note, because this is probably going to be a part 1 of part 2 total videos for the night for Dirrel and Froch. As a side note, to those of you who really dislike me, wanting to do the whole name calling and all that. Yes, I'm a fat hairy bastard, and maybe I'm a little dirty too. I don't really care. You can't look at that fight and tell me it wasn't close. I'm not going to apologize for my video last night. I'm not going to do it. As a boxing fan, that's the way I felt at the time, and that's pretty much still how I feel right now. Like I said, I received a lot of comments, and those who brought it to me properly and didn't act like assholes, I responded to. Yes, Dirrel held a lot. He held a lot. He held so much, and he ducked his head, and he didn't want to fight Froch. But after seeing what Froch has done, who really is going to fight Froch? There's going to be guys like Mikhail Kessler, Arthur Abraham, who will be and are determined to, because they're used to fighting European fighters, to fight Froch, and Froch will lose to both of those guys. Okay, don't sit there and act like my video was totally disregarding Froch. Like everything was negative against Froch. Telling me, because I said Dirrel won, and because I broke it down to you round for round how I had it. People may disagree on the scorecards, but that's how I had it, and it made me mad a little bit. I kind of let some of the comments get to me a little bit. Maybe that's why I'm posting this video. Look, I'm not saying it wasn't close. I was real jacked up last night. You know what I'm saying? And I was a little heated about the whole thing, because when I wrote it down, I had a 114 and 113 for Dirrel, and I didn't even think he should have got the 114, because I don't think he should have got a point deducted. If anything, it should have been 114 and 112 or 115 and 113. I thought Dirrel clearly won 7 rounds, but I've already been through all that. I gave you my round for round breakdown. Some of y'all disagreed, some of y'all agreed. Actually, the majority of y'all agreed, and the majority of things I've been seeing on the forums that, is there's some American fighters who say, Froch beat him because Dirrel was being an amateur, and there's some British guys who say, I thought Froch was going to win a great, but he didn't, and Dirrel won. I'm hearing both sides of it, so it's pretty split down the middle. And all I'm trying to say is, this hometown advantage, champion advantage shit needs to go. Yes, Dirrel, I watched the video again today. Like I said, Dirrel came in really amateurish. You know what I mean? He boxed really good for a while. probably the first 4 rounds he boxed, he boxed. And he boxed really good. This guy really has some talent. He has some speed, and he has power, and he has talent. He doesn't have extraordinary talent or power. He didn't have extraordinary power, but he has extraordinary speed. He has more talent than most of the people. Actually, anybody in this tournament, talent-wise, naturally gifted, Dirrel has it. He just needs to change his fight tactics up a little bit now. He was holding really bad. But it wasn't like Froch wasn't being dirty. Maybe the point I'm trying to get across here is they both were doing underhanded shit. They both were trying to make it their fight. Dirrel wanted to make it, an Olympian fight. A 4-round, I'm going to fuck you up fight. And then after that, he just wanted to make it normal. We see people hold all the time. We see people clinch all the time. And nobody I've seen recently, even when they clinch and hold and push the fight and dance away, they haven't got that kind of opposition from the referee. But recently, I haven't seen that much opposition from the referee when it comes to dirty fighters like Froch either. See, what happens is you got a dirty Froch. Okay, and you got wants to be clean Dirrel, but he gets scared. I really do think he was scared of Froch's power, and you have a reason to be scared of Froch's power because he can knock you out. So if you're Dirrel and you're a smooth fighter, you're going to hold, clinch, push, lean. You're going to do everything you can to not get in on the inside game because his power is stronger, even though Dirrel, I got to tell you, your game was better when it came to the inside punching. When it came to exchanging blows, Dirrel was better than Froch. Okay, so if Dirrel is holding, that's fine. He was holding every round after 4. He was holding and hugging and clinching and leaning. But Froch wasn't being fair either. So all I'm asking everybody to do is look at it like I did. I took everybody's comments. I took their video responses. I watched all the people who I think are top dogs in this boxing prediction and boxing community. Even if they're not great predictors, they understand fighters. And I watched them. I'm not going to say their names no more because I'm not going to, I'm not going to make it seem like I'm piggybacking on anybody. But, you know who I'm talking about when you know who I'm talking about. And a lot of them pick Froch to win, and fairly, because of the tactics during the fight. Well, all I'm asking is, can anybody really say Froch outlanded Dirrel? You say Dirrel came in using amateur tactics. You say he came in doing short bursts where he really didn't look that good, or short bursts where he really did look good, but he didn't do enough of that, and Froch was determined and aggressive and threw punches the whole fight. He may have done so, but he missed. He was swinging at air. Okay, even when Dirrel wasn't holding, if Dirrel wasn't holding, he would, you talk about putting your arms up, moving out of the way. He was putting his arms up, getting the hell out of the way of a body punch. He was boxing. He'd slide against the ropes. He'd get out of the ropes. He can get out of the corner. He could duck and dodge you. You don't want to bend at the waist when you're sideways, but he was in the corner ducking and dodging, bending over and all that. He showed what he could do. And I just think at the end of it, Froch was dirty. Dirrel was weak. But when the weakness goes in as dirtiness because he was trying to steal it, yes, and you can't beat a champion by just trying to steal it. So the Froch decision was maybe fair to get a split decision, but I think I disagree most with the scorecards. The point taken away, the reason it should be 115 and 113 either way. At best. Or a draw. I really would have liked to have seen this fight as a draw because Froch didn't impress me at all. And I'm going to have to go in a second video on this to tell you why, because some of y'all ain't going to believe me. But Naptown Warren, watch out for 2. Deuces.